Master the 5 pillars of wealth, from mediocre to millionaire through emotional control. The financial greatness is not for the chosen ones. It is for those who choose it. Success is 80% emotional and 20% mechanical. As Kyle Carnero says in the book, fuck. Most people who fail financially are not for lack of technical knowledge, but because they do not know how to manage their own emotions. So, wolves and wolves, I will be straight with you. There is an abyss between those who only dream of wealth and who really conquer it. And this abyss is not in the information, it is in execution and mental control. The difference between being mediocre and millionaire is literally in the palm of your hand. There are 5 fingers, 5 pillars that will determine if you will continue in the herd or become the predator of finance. Today you will find out why 95% of people fail to build heritage and how you can be in a select group of the 5% that really dominate the game of wealth through these 5 fundamental pillars. The first pillar is represented by the thumb, positivity and optimism. But beware, as Kyle Carnero says, you can't do everything only with positive thinking, but you can do everything much better than if you have negative thinking. Negativity is a financial virus. The negative person has a problem for each investment solution. For every opportunity you present, she replies, yes, but. While the optimist sees market cycles, the pessimist sees only crises. While the optimist sees corrections as entry opportunities, the negative sees only disaster. And guess who ends up rich? The belief in financial merit is fundamental. Many people have money is not for me syndrome. They do not believe they deserve abundance. As the book says, no one gets anywhere if he doesn't feel he is his right. No one gets to the top if he doesn't think he is good enough to deserve the podium. Develop the habit of seeing opportunities where others see problems. Cultivate financial success references. Surround yourself with people who raise your standard, not those who lower it to feel comfortable. The second pillar is the index finger, vision and direction. He points to where you are going financially. Without a clear view of your financial destiny, you cannot stand the sacrifices of the present. This is why so many abandon their investments in the first obstacles. As the book says, when you don't have a vision of the future, you can't handle the present. Let's be straightforward. The biggest enemy of what you want most financially is what you want now. That impulse purchase, that unnecessary trip, that instant gratification that kills this future millionaire in the crib. Ow, those who only look at the present need eats the seed that would serve to generate a whole plantation. This is the difference between thinking like poor and thinking as rich. Your financial vision must be so clear and detailed that it must pull you forward. It can't just be a vague dream of I want to be rich. You need to have numbers, deadlines, details. It is this power of clarity that will transform your mindset. Write your financial vision on a paper and read it every day. When this becomes a signed contract with yourself, nothing can stop it. The third pillar is the middle finger, attitude and execution. This is where you show your finger to financial mediocrity. Execution is the mother of transformation. While most are consuming finance content without acting, those who perform are building equity. Financial mental obesity, excessive knowledge without action, is epidemic today. You don't have to be ready to start investing. You need to start investing to get ready. How many people expect to better understand the market to make their first investment? It's like wanting to learn to swim without getting into the water. As the book says, you don't have to be good to start one thing. On the contrary, you need to start something to be good. The concern is the misuse of the imagination. While you care about a possible economic crisis, others are running and taking advantage of opportunities. The only remedy for financial concern is the action. Develop atomic execution, rapid decisions, immediate implementation, constant evaluation. In the investment world, the speed of execution is often more important than the perfection of strategy. The fourth pillar is the ring finger, commitment and values. The ring symbolizes a long-term commitment to its wealth. Most people do not fail for lack of skill, but for lack of commitment. How many start investing and in the first drop in the market sell everything in panic? How many buy a trading course, 2 weeks and leave? To have discipline is to be a disciple of yourself. Financial discipline is what separates millionaires from the mediocres. It is preferable to delay your financial victory than to desecrate your values. An ethical and sustainable heritage is the only one that brings true satisfaction. Temporary sacrifices bring permanent rewards. While most seek instant financial gratification, the true builder of wealth is willing to make sacrifices that others will not make, to live as others will not live. Remember, commitment is the only bridge that connects skill to results. Without commitment to your financial goals, you will be forever starting from scratch. The fifth and last pillar is the little finger, emotional control and details. It is the smallest finger, but often determines the failure or financial success. 80% of success is emotional and 20% is mechanical. In the investment world, the most important decisions are made in times of great emotional pressure. It is at the extremes of the market, in panic or euphoria, that the biggest fortunes are won or lost. The financial market is a transfer of money from emotional to discipline. Do you know someone who sold everything deep in the crisis, or that invested everything in high maximum? These are emotional decisions that destroy heritage. Most people give up when emotional discomfort surpasses the desire for wealth. True millionaires are those who have learned to discipline their disappointments. As Caio Carneiro says, how fast do you frustrate? And when you frustrate, how fast you get up to move on. Develop emotional resilience to support market volatility. Align your expectations to reality. It's much simpler to manage expectations than to contain frustrations. Attention to details in finances, that extra rate, that contractual clause, that's proper diversification, is often what separates those who lose and who wins in the wealth game. These are the 5 pillars of wealth that are literally in the palm of your hand. And now, what are you going to do with this knowledge? As Caio Carneiro says, success leaves tracks. Our millionaires are not special. They are just people who apply these 5 pillars consistently, day after day, month after month, year after year. The biggest risk is not you to fail, is to die without trying. It is reaching the end of life without having lived its complete financial potential. Remember, it's no shame to delay your victory. Shame would be to win too fast, profaning your values. So, which pillar will you start strengthening today? Which finger needs more attention on your journey? Fear everyone has. The difference is that mediocre allow fear to paralyze them. Millionaires feel fear and advance anyway. In the end, you want to look back, hit your chest with a heart full of happiness, without false modesty, but with full conviction and serenity, and say, my financial life was amazing. It's not just one more in the herd. Be the finance wolf. Be amazing and start now. The financial greatness is not for the chosen ones. It is for those who choose it. And then, are you ready to choose from?